Like this, you're gonna hear me. I put my shit together. I didn't get 4 hours of sleep. I worked very late last night and I had to pick up the mama. And this hasn't happened the first time. This have happened before. Um, she doesn't answer the telephone because she created incident yesterday and I wasn't gonna take it. I'm not taking from her based on MK Ultra provocations no more. And this is exactly how she gets back at me. She doesn't answer the telephone. I end up wasting about 45 minutes of time instead of possibly doing something for myself, taking care of myself, maybe even getting more sleep. This is not the first time. This is her frequent way. She has and have enforced all along since 2022 this kind of game, which was supported by Novo Mesto Police Department, psychiatrists, cops, and psychiatrists from Ljubljana Polje. Therefore, Robert Golob supported this, Milan Kučan supported this type of attitude, and this is how it goes. Along the way to a mama who did not answer the telephone on at least 4-5 occasions as I called her. The receptionist at Home for Elderly People did not know where she was, did not saw her leaving or anything. I also meet an ambulance vehicle at Ragozka with flashing me with emergency lights. Rather than using a siren, I am gonna say like this: the emergency lights were on, the emergency lights again were disconnected, and emergency lights again turned on with the drivers facing me as I passed them. This is a zone of 30 kilometers an hour. There was no traffic. The only vehicle on the road was myself, ambulance vehicle, and it was all based on MK Ultra scenario. So we're gonna do it like this from now on. This I consider as the most serious incident from now on. This happened many times before. Every time whenever we had a disagreement, and this was not disagreement. Yesterday I told my mother, who based on MK Ultra demanded for me to see myself in casket of my father, together with the neighbors who follow up on this provocation. And she also went on to remind of MK Ultra brainwash on how she was making herself like in front of me acting like uncertain, like I don't know if I would talk to you or not. She imitated father, who was all nervous during MK Ultra and suggested that might even talk to me about MK Ultra, and suggested me that there is no way to talk to me because I always have a telephone on, that kind of stuff. But my mama is not out there to talk. My mama was not out there to... She demanded from me to see myself. This was also the sign that when she would do this kind of behavior, it would be when it would be father having a serious problems, health problems. So what I did yesterday, I sent her to the hell. I told her, you and I will never gonna talk about these things, about MK Ultra. I told her, I'd rather go with the Lucifer, I'd rather go with the Satan than to have anything with you in respect to MK Ultra. And that's how she got back today at me. And that's the way it is. Mother is going to the jail. Mother is going inside a psychiatric hospital. Mother will learn what MK Ultra is. This was recorded on July 9, 2025. Did not answer. Over 45 minutes was wasted. and that's all you're gonna hear. Basically, me driving to mother at home for elderly people to pick her up, her not answering the telephone, reception and not having ability to locate her anywhere, and my heading back home. That much for the Summer Stroke song, which ambulance, police, psychiatrists incited in. The mama will collapse, stroke, will write a death certificate, etc., etc., etc. Mother does not allow oil and filter change, despite my purchasing everything. You have seen this on the video. She continued with her violence, with her schizophrenia, with her rage. She did call me, just like always, she called me mental patient, that I should go and cure myself at the psychiatric hospital Ljubljana Polje. This is just her way of, communicating with me. After I provided her yesterday with an extra hour and 10 minutes of shopping, I took her, just as she explained to me. I have arranged inside of the store, whenever they have something for me, they just call me and I come to pick it up. And that's how she picked up the clothing. And then I took her around a little bit for the shopping to other stores. This is the way they do it. This is the way they do it since 2022. I am the one who substituted the father, but in the past it was father who was paying exactly this kind of price. She was doing this shit to the father. Like I said, she did this stuff many times to me before. From now on, it's gonna go to the internet, because it's about my safety. Life with the lunatic. Very, very important stuff. This is scenario also from MK Ultra that they exploited very, 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 very well. With the physician who came to pick me up at the Novo Mesto police station at Miran Sodin's request, and to transport me into the psychiatric hospital Ljubljana Polje on October the 30th of 2024. Physician stated to me, this will only repeat few times. Obviously that I would be hospitalized, or obviously that something would happen to mama, for whom they instigated. You know, I mean, there's no mama, and then there is no money, and then you already know where you are at. Mother insisted for this scenario, they will take you away. I will not be capable to go to father, or they will take me away, or whatever it will be, and then the father will get killed. They will kill the father. Yes, mama go on a regular basis to visit father, to pay him a visit. Well, you know, after you do so much harm, after you do so much damage, you don't have to worry about what they're gonna do to the father. Father is 93 years old, and you are the one who murdered father. Not even in 2022, but psychologically through the torture, abuse during MK Ultra procedures. So the fact of the matter is, if I don't bring this to the end with ability to save the father myself, father has absolutely nothing to live for inside of the home for elderly people. That's one thing. His life is not inside of the home for elderly people, but outside of the home for elderly people. My father should be entitled to die at home in peace. Plus that, as I told my mother yesterday, I explained my mother. I told her, I asked her if she knows what's wrong with her. And she said, no, I don't. I said, what's wrong with you is, I told, you never were inside of the jail, and you never were inside of the psychiatric hospital. Two things that are wrong with you. And that's true. For the people like this, do not understand what means for a human being to be thrown inside of the institution, like she did with me, and also with the father. That's what he did with me. what I have gone through when incarcerated inside of the psychiatric institution is impossible to explain. Remember what they have done to me through the closed departments, how I was tortured inside of the psychiatric hospital. Completely unconstitutional, completely illegal, completely criminal. And what she have done with a father is not a joke. Imagine to be 93 years old and to lay on the bed without any future, without anything to live for, just to have a daily visits from somebody who threw you inside, who destroyed you together with the police, with the Ministry of Interior, Slovenian Ministry of Interior, through the stroke, waiting for the possibility that maybe your son somehow, some way could possibly save you out. That's not a joke. And father is pinned to the bed, literally pinned to the bed for the last 3 years since 2022. So with the people who have not tasted one or the other, and this is the institution, this home for elderly people and other homes for elderly people, but this one specifically is an institution where I was tortured myself inside. People who do not try jail, people who don't try the psychiatric hospital, do not know how to appreciate the life they have, because they take crime for granted. And that's entire Novo Mesto police station with the criminals from Ljubljana. I explained to her this yesterday. Mother did have neighbors outside of the house laughing like crazy, which was a normal procedure during MK Ultra, that whenever I would keep the windows open, it would be ha ha ha, ah ha ha, ah ha ha, either from the Peterlin or either from Udoch Kolenc, right across the street direction. From the two directions, this is what the two are doing. But it's okay, that's fine with me. The thing is that the neighbor Majda Udoch insisted, if you would see mother after it pertained to this portion of MK Ultra, if I would see mother, that you would take a strong stand against the mother, practically the same as it would be for the father, is what she signaled me, in the same way, then I would be laughing, etc., etc. They did this yesterday. It's all audio recorded. I was doing the work, I was doing the stuff, and it was ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, right outside of the house. And she reminded me, the neighbor, about how the father mistreated me, practically how I should see mother as. In other words, they expected from me will establish a reasonable length of father-is hospitalization, based on which I would just have to accept mama for the mama through the grave of my father. And that's just not happening. This is a gang, this is a criminal gang. These are gang. Truly it's a gang. And truly it's a gang stalking the whole thing. I should say, from home for elderly people, receptionists, management, social workers and sisters suggested me, you will get the father home. You will get the father home. Goodbye your life then. Ljubljana, Golob, Natasha Musar, etc., etc. The worst thing that can happen to you, you get the father home, and then you're gonna see hell. And by yourself, and you're gonna be with the father. Goodbye freedom, goodbye this, goodbye, etc., etc. You're gonna have to be with him 24/7. And they explain that because at home you will not be allowed to come to visit him. Satanism. Satanism at its finest. Truly Satanism. Satanism at its finest, with Natasha Pirc-Musar, now a president, suggesting me with the police, Stefanich, Zajczak, all the police officers from Novo Mesto police station suggesting me, you would travel with your father, you think you would travel with your father, etc., etc. You will not. Ha ha ha, Božičnik, ha ha ha. What you could with your mother, instead you will be at home with your father, ha ha ha. That's the way it was during MK Ultra. They exploited every inch of sanity. Due to malnutritioning, sometimes pain in the heart, pissing pieces of food, literally, due to failure of the kidneys, getting sleep sometimes less than 4 hours, with a sound in my head 24/7. Yeah, I can and I do behave 100% polite, not normal, but polite at all the time, unless she's creating an incident. With my mother keeping the garden clean outside, visiting father, keeping herself at her age, elderly, extremely dynamic. They insisted you're not going to even have a garden clean. You will not, there will be nothing. Mama is doing a gardening and you're going to lose the mama and you're going to have an old papa instead at home, etc., etc., bedridden with him, etc., etc. Yeah, this is what they have done. They have crippled the father, they crippled me, so I could see in my mama through the father's grave.
smo pa poslali na teren.
Val STU.
V Sloveniji
Klicana številka trenutno ni dosegljiva.
Ambulance vehicle at Aragoska, driving toward me with flashlights occasionally, turning them on, absolutely without any need for any kind of lights, based on MK Ultra scenario. I think I'm gonna even stop at the hospital to find out about this. Down. Down. Kaj mama, šla v tukaj ali še vedno? Še vedno zgore. Ljudi še vedno zgore. Bom se poklicala, da? Ale, čakala vam. Imate tu veliko na telefonu, da govori. Sploh na glasu, da. Hvala lepo. Hvala lepo. Bom je šel samo nekaj svetoval, tako bom nazaj. Hvala vam. Je kaj novega tukaj pri vas?
Kaj?
Je kaj novega pri vas?
Na vrme.
Nič, ne? Nič posebnega, ne? Boljše, ko je bilo, ne?
Kaj?
Boljše, ko je bilo, ne?
Ja.
Ne, jaz mislim, glede teh boleznikov vsega tega, ne? Tega ni več, ne?
Ne, tega ne.
Ni več, ja. Pažem.
Ne.
Dobro, lepo se meni. čakam da kupajo.
Oprostite, klicana številka trenutno ni dosegljiva. Oprostite, klicana
Zdaj odšla. Poveste mi, da kdaj je bilo to? Hvala lepo. Telefona ne odgovori. Tako da ima zrešeno. Smo imela en tak grd razgovor, oziroma ona izsiljuje vse skupaj, tako da tu je pa odgovor. Ne, tu je pa njen odgovor, tu je način komuniciranja, tu je način vsega skupaj, ni tu. Hvala lepo. Lahko sem rekel, hvala. Vsega ne.
Nazaj leta 36.
You are on Radio SI.
Studentskem nasip.
Pojasni mu, da ima dovolj.
Dosegljiva. Oprostite, klicana številka trenutno ni dosegljiva.
So this is well over 30 minutes wasted. Probably for about 40 minutes wasted like that. So that they cannot even have a telephone connected, turned on. Deliberately has a telephone disconnected. Yeah, she had a deliberately telephone disconnected. 40 minutes wasted, and she's the one who has two telephones. She's paying for two telephones, for the father and for her telephone, cellular telephones. And I had no telephone. The telephone that I have used is a prepaid telephone. So with abundance of minutes, with abundance of ability to call, she does not even respond the telephone call, because yesterday she started, based on MK Ultra, harassment, practically demanding from me to see myself in her through dead father. That's what she started yesterday, just as I explained on the telephone, because I recorded absolutely everything about what she had done it. Today, I am the victim. 40 minutes wasted just like this. save this recording. This is going straight to the internet. It did not happen the first time. It happened very, very, very often indeed. So entire recording now going on the internet. It says here 44 minutes.